we need to look at how Chinese works, and then we can see how to make English work. Okay, so ask your question again, exactly the way you asked it. I know, ask it in Chinese. 你说的是加拿大哪里好玩? Okay, so if we put that right into English, Canada, there, or if you mean nali as in where? There, how what? Fun. And then we have a question idea, okay? The problem you have taking an idea from Chinese into English is that the first word in Chinese is a different idea. We call this a topic. And the problem is, it doesn't fit into the sentence. You know that an English sentence, right? It has grammar. We need a subject and a verb, right? I come. My name is. That's how an English sentence works. Or if we ask a question, we start with one of these words. But in Chinese, you don't need to. For example, you could say, my brother, he lives in Canada. All right? You can do that in Chinese. You can do it in French too. But in English, we can't. So the first thing we need to do is think about what part this has in the sentence. Because that first word is not going to be the first word in English. Okay? So the question is, in Canada, right? Because we mean there, so this is the question here, right, that we're talking about with this. So in Canada, and then we need to do this, okay? Then we can ask, is it fun? Or, now that we have this idea, we can be more specific. We can say, what do you do for fun, right? What do you do for fun? Or, where is the most fun place, okay? Or, how do you have fun? So, the first thing though, is we need to decide in that sentence, that first word, this topic, what does it do? Because in an English sentence, every word needs a job. But in a Chinese sentence, the first word is usually just, this is the topic. It's like the name of the book, right? That's how a Chinese sentence works. This is the name of the book, and then this is the story. You have the thing that you're talking about, and then your sentence, okay? So that has to change when you bring it into English. So, Canada can be a lot of fun. There's a lot of things we do in Canada for fun, but the problem is, that's mostly in the south, where it's warmer. Where I grew up in the north, it's very cold. So most of the year, we have basically three things that we do for fun. One, we drink a lot. Because in the middle of winter, there's nothing else to do. Two, Canada has a lot of strip clubs. It's not a really good thing, but it's a place where a lot of people go. Because in the middle of winter, there's nothing else to do. And three, people play bingo. You guys know bingo? Yeah. So a lot of people put all three of them together, but that's usually what people in the north do for fun. Of course, you can always play in the snow. The snow is a lot of fun, right? Have you ever been to a place with snow? I know in Japan you have snow, but in Taiwan we don't have snow usually, right? So you guys, have you ever played in the snow? Yeah, in the mountains? Yeah, but the snow you get in the mountains, you know, like. Alright. We used to do a lot with the snow. So, you know, you can make a snowman, right? You can make a person out of snow. You can build houses out of snow. That's one thing that children do a lot in Canada. We build houses out of snow, or even better, we build like a castle. All right? So we build a wall, and then we can hide behind the wall, and we take the snow and we throw it at each other. That's a lot of fun. Except for when the snow is really hard, because then it can really hurt. But we do it anyway. It's fun, right? Also, you know, if there's a mountain with snow, then you can slide down the mountain, right? All right. If there's a mountain with snow on it, then you can sit on like a sled. You can slide down the mountain, or you can, you know, stand on skis. You can go skiing, stuff like that. So for that kind of thing, we have a lot of fun. Yeah. Okay. So good question. We still need some questions from you girls in the back. Everybody has to ask a question.
How long have you been here?
Sorry again?
How long have you been?
How long have I been here? I've been here for 16 years. All right. Don't forget that there's always more than one way to ask a question. Like that, how long have I been here? Or when did I come here? Right? We can ask that question many different ways. Or why did I come to Taiwan? What did I come to Taiwan for? Why and what for? They can have a similar meaning. Okay? So, there's always more than one way to ask. So if you can't think of the way you want to ask the question, use different words. Okay? So you girls still need to ask some questions, and I forget, you still need to ask me a question, right? One of you guys asked already, I forget which one. That was it. Okay, so I still need a couple more questions. While you guys are thinking, I want to ask you another question. So, what do you like? Now that's a really easy question. So I'm going to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay? So, what do you like to do? Because if I say, what do you like? You can say, I like Taiwan, or I like food, or I like sleep, you know? So that's too easy. So what do you like to do? Okay? So I'll give you a moment. You can talk to each other. Try to find the words that you need. Okay, so what do you like to do?
I like to wash
Okay, you like to watch movies. Okay. What kind of movies do you like? Well, can you talk about them? Remember, if you don't know the name for something, a lot of times the name is really hard and not very important, right? I could tell you the name of this book, but I could also tell you what's in the book. I can say, there's a boy and he grows up on a farm, and then one day he becomes a king, okay? And he has a really big sword, all right? I can tell you what it's about. Sometimes that helps more than what the name is. So if you can't think of the word, describe it. So the movies that you like, do they have real people or do they have pictures? Drawings. Okay. I can also ask, what kind of movie do you like? Do you like movies about love? Do you like movies that are funny? Do you like movies that are scary? Right? We can use words like that to describe. Those are called adjectives. Right? Words like big or small, fast, slow, happy or sad. Right? So you like happy movies. Okay, good. All right, what about you, dear? What do you like to do?
I like play with.
Okay, you like to play. Yeah, you like to play with everyone. What kind of thing do you like to do? You like to play sports, like basketball or baseball? No. So you like to play games. Okay, all right. Do you like to play with children, or do you like to play with adults, like with people in your class? With your classmates, okay. So you like to play with your classmates. Okay, good. What do you like to do? Okay, you like to paint on the wall. You like to do wall painting. Okay. Do you like graffiti? Graffiti is the word that we use when people, they're not allowed to, but they take out their paint and they're looking, want to make sure, and then they start writing on the wall, and then, oh no, the police are coming, so you run away, right? So that kind of painting? Yeah. Okay, good. All right. And what do you paint on the wall? Do you paint pictures or words? Words. Okay. Good. All right. What do you like to do?
I like watching.
Okay, you like watching movies. What kind of movies do you like? Cartoons. Okay.
Ghosts.
Cartoons with ghosts. Or ghost movies.
The ghost.
So you like movies that are scary. Okay. All right. Do you like the cartoon, like the scary movies from Taiwan or Korea, or do you like the scary movies from America?
America.
Okay. Yeah. The scary movies from America, usually they just have a lot more blood and, they're not really scary. Like the Korean scary movies, those really creep me out. I can't watch those. But the American ones, it's just, there's so much blood. It's always blood. The Americans can't make a movie without blood everywhere. I don't know why. Okay, good. All right, what do you like to do? You like to play ball. Okay. Any kind of ball? Or volleyball? Okay. You like to play volleyball. Okay. Are you on a volleyball team? Okay. So is your team good? Well, that's good. Okay. Why do you like volleyball? Why do you like volleyball? Do you like basketball? Okay, why not? You're too short. Okay. I heard of something in Taiwan that I'm sure it's not true, but everybody says if you play basketball, you will get taller. Doesn't work that way. So a lot of people will say if you're too short, you should play basketball, and then you will be tall. But Okay, I don't believe it works that way. Okay, volleyball, good. All right, and what do you like to do?
I like to ride a bicycle.
You like to ride a bicycle. Okay, that's good. In Japan, you have a lot of mountains, though, right? So you have to go up the mountains a lot.
Yes.
So you need very strong legs. Yeah. In this area, in Shinju, there are a lot of places where you can ride bicycles. In Shinju, there's a lot of places where you can ride your bicycle. Like, what do you call that place? It used to be a train track. And then it used to be for the trains, but then they took out the train tracks and they made it a place for riding your bicycle instead. Where?
Yes.
Yeah. I think there's a couple places like that, eh? Yeah, it's a good thing for your health. As long as the air is clean enough.